Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk very quickly about 3 resume red flags that people may be doing that they're unaware of doing. Okay, so this comes from a recent story by Gili Malinsky, that's Gili Malinsky, done about 5 months ago. And here are what they say are the biggest issues with current resumes for those that may be Gen X or Gen Y that have had a resume out for a while. The first suggestion is don't go over 5 bullet points on any given role. If you have 10 bullets under a role, it tells that you cannot give an executive summary of what you did. It also tells that you don't know how to prioritize, separate facts, important versus unimportant. So that's the first one, is don't go under 5 bullets, or over 5 bullets rather, on any given role. The second is don't overdo with links. Adding links to your resume can help you show your achievements, but then you run back into what you were doing before. It's taking up too much time, and you're not able to separate from what's important from what is unimportant. And I always say, on the bottom of your resume, you can say, please request any additional information. You can say on an email that you submit your resume with. Feel free to reach out for any additional information. And additional information is available. You can put that stuff on the email that you send with your resume attached if that's how you're applying. Okay, so if you want to do things like specific projects you do in portfolios, screenshots are good enough for interviewer feedback. So if you have a screenshot or 2 that you attach as a page to your resume, it may suggest that it's a better pick. I'll say this: I got a job one time. This was before the internet was what it is. The internet was being used, but people were just setting up web pages and things like that. And I took a 3-ring binder, and I put my cover letter on the first sheet. I had clear plastic pages in there. I put my cover letter on the first sheet, my resume on the second sheet, and then project works and certifications, just what would be equal to a screenshot, electronically in this 5 or 6 remaining sheets after that. I think I actually had 10 total sheets in there. And the second I submitted that, they asked me to wait, and the gentleman came out and spoke to me. I got interviewed that day and offered that job the following day. So that's a way to be quick about it, and those things allow them to ask you questions. There's specific questions they have about projects or work that you've done. I've been a consultant for decades where I do that part-time outside of my primary work. And now I'm doing that, or attempting to get that to go full-time in recent years, the last 3 years. Seeing those things and showing those different bodies of work. For instance, at one gig I was the CFO, at one I was the CEO, at one I was a regional director or a global director of optimization for warehousing. Those things, just one page or one screenshot, kind of tells people the diverse things you've handled and how you can tackle extremely difficult things, since those were the roles that you ran with and what you did. But it may be too much to put onto a resume. Most people say if you're not a seasoned professional or executive, which means you've been in your career for more than 20 years, that you should probably try to keep your resume to 1 page as opposed to going too long. Which brings us to the third point. Don't try to cram in too much. The space can be a critical part of your resume presentation. Spacing creates a visual hierarchy, and it ensures the information that can be digested more easily because you've broken it down into smaller, easier parts to handle. Okay, the default is to cram as much as possible. When you do that, sometimes it can get confusing. You can become repetitive, which you don't want to show, and you can have misspellings or miscommunicate the word in the way you're supposed to. So by cutting that out, it will help you out. So hopefully these points were useful to you. When you're writing your resume or redoing your resume, my suggestion is this: if you have one resume that you really like, keep that as primary resume on your screen. And then come up with some shorter resumes, come up with some different things, and then just vary which one you use from time to time. And when you do that, maybe you'll set that hook with that employer a little more rapidly with something that is more to their taste. And then you can always have I have a complete body of work resume where it's got all the contracts, all the different roles I was in. Even though I just occupied that role for a brief period of time, it's got my entire body of work going back to when I was a very young man. And so if someone wants that, I can get that to them. And for CEO roles, that's what I submit because it shows the millions of dollars I've managed in portfolios. P&Ls could be $30 to $50 million for one location, and I was over multiple locations. So when you do those type of things, if it's that type of interview, let them ask you for that deeper resume, and you send that to them there. You can call that something else than a resume. Resume can be 1 page short with less than 5 bullet points, like the suggestion is here. And then the large body of work, you can call it a body of work, where you send that, and that would be no different than an artist using a portfolio or a musician using a demo tape or a demo track. It would be exactly the same for your selected business footprint. Okay, so hopefully that's useful to you. Good luck searching for a job this year. Good luck. There are many more jobs opening. Texas has tons of jobs opening. So good luck in finding what is a great fit for you. If you like information like this and discussions like these, please please subscribe. Trying to get the channel to continue to grow this year. Had a great year last year growing, so I'd like to continue that this year. Please like and subscribe. Guys, please share. I'd like to get the channel to grow, and we talk about business, we talk about the Bible, we talk about all sorts of different things here, but it primarily is to help each of you give your best effort in whatever it is you're doing and coming to a place where you have a positive message that is helpful. And we'll have articles here and videos here that hopefully should be helpful around a full line of things, because you can gain wisdom from anybody or anything at any time. Okay, so if you like information like these, please like, please subscribe. I'm Ben. Be good.